I wasn't thinking about getting the finish necessarily because I didn't do well the first round. I was just thinking about getting the finish in general. I always want to finish my fights. I think I only have like 3 or 4 fights that went to decision over, almost 40 fights. So it's just not in my nature to let fights go to decision. And, that first round, he did a very good job on the foot battle. We're opposite stance. He kept his lead foot outside of my lead foot, something that not a lot of guys pick up on all the time. And then once I realized that's all he was doing and he wasn't necessarily as versed on the stand-up as I was, then I started finding my mark. But that guy hits hard. They say he hits hard. He hits freaking hard.
How hurt were you in that first round?
I mean, I got flashed a couple times. He hit me with some hard shots. Nothing that I ever couldn't fight back from, obviously. But, I definitely felt his power, and it was one of those things where I'm starting slow on top of it, and I wanted to push to do more. But he was very strong, and I was making sure I didn't get finished. I was like, okay, I know I'm going to need to gather myself, fight out of these bad spots. And I could feel him getting tired. He was putting a lot into trying to finish me in that first round. I don't think he banked on me being necessarily as tough and as good on the ground as I was.
You talked about experience heading into this fight. Do you feel like that helped you in this fight? Because some guys might have, gone out in the first round after getting hit like that. You were able to come back and get the win.
Yeah, I think in this case that helped a lot because I think he's fought a lot of guys that are very tough on the front end. And, I've seen a lot of his other fights where he backs up a little bit. This one he came at me a little bit more. He got aggressive. And, he's undefeated. Usually when he comes at guys, they start to fold. I'm not like that. So I think in this case it definitely helped.
Was there anything about him that surprised you in this fight?
A little bit stronger than I thought in general. And, he had big power. Like I knew he was going to hit hard, but he hit freaking hard. I could see it coming after I got tagged once and was like, figured out what he was doing. But he's a very powerful striker, just a little more rudimentary. And, on top he's got good jiu-jitsu, but he's very, how do I say, like salt of the earth too. Like he wants to get position, even in mount, clamp down on me right away. He got mount a couple times, and I'm very confident in my mount escapes. But I could tell he just wanted to keep position, and he was almost expecting me to freak out and start shrimping. And I was kind of like, all right, well, if you're not going to hit me, we can just hang out here for a little bit. That's fine.
Do you think the referee should have stepped in prior to before you choked him out?
I could see him having done it, but man, he kept getting back up. I can't fault him for not stopping it. As a fighter, I want every opportunity myself. And I think he was, concussed for sure before that. And I think a couple of my cornermen said they thought they might have seen him tap when I had that modified anaconda guillotine, but I didn't feel anything. I was just trying to squeeze for dear life. And, like I said, I hit him with everything I had in the kitchen sink. And when I saw that neck, I actually had to choke him unconscious. I think he tried to maybe motion for a tap, but it was too late. Tough guy.
A lot's been made on this Max Holloway getting pulled from concussion-like symptoms. As a fellow fighter, when you hear that freak you out, or what do you think about that whole situation?
I mean, I just know better than anyone what can happen. And, Paul Felder is my teammate, shares a common manager, so I heard a little bit about what was going on. And it doesn't sound like it was a weight cut issue. Of course, I had interviewed with James and Nick before, and from the outside looking in, it sounded like it was probably a weight thing. That's just what you would think without any information. But from what I had heard, it sounded like it was just one of those freak unfortunate accidents. And, it's a tough sport. I really hope he recovers really fast and they figure out what it was so they can prevent it in the future.
4-1 in the UFC now. Where do you feel like a win puts you tonight?
Tonight, I feel like it puts me in my room with a couple ice cold Modelo's and possibly visiting you later to beat you in Mario Kart again.
Talk about using your elbows. You look like you stunned once, and then you kind of kept going back and using your elbows.
I think I stunned him more than once. But, yeah, I was trying to hit him with everything. The punches weren't having the effect I quite wanted, so I said, hey, maybe I'm going to hit him with something that ain't padded, see if that works. And, he ate everything. I'd be really surprised if I didn't give him a concussion, but it wasn't enough to make him go out completely. So I had to resort to my jiu-jitsu.
How are you celebrating tonight?
Man, I'm just going to kick back, relax, go have some food with my teammates before their fight tomorrow, hopefully bring their spirits up, call my family and friends, and just lay low.